Your classic and contemporary Christian music station, the Solid Rock WCSR. Live from high atop the Arch in St. Louis, Missouri, and the Oak Island Fishing Pier in Oak Island, North Carolina, it's the Great Speckled Bird Hour.
What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning a great speckled bird.
Now your host for this hour, Ed Bergier and Rob O'Brien. Welcome to the show, the Great Speckled Bird Hour. I am Rob O'Brien. Thank you for joining us today. I have bad news for you, though. I am going solo today. Ed is not with us. He had a prior engagement that he had to take care of today, so he's not with us. It's just me. I'm sorry. Today is Friday the 13th, December 13th, 2024. If it is not Friday the 13th while you're listening to this, then you're listening to a repeat. And again, thank you for listening. Today there are 12 days until Christmas, so I hope you've gotten out and gotten all of your Christmas plans going, your baking, your gifts, your cards, all your Christmas cards sent out yet? I haven't. Gina Lee and I both have not even started on that yet. And speaking of which, Gina Lee is in the studio with me today, an unusual occasion. I'm very happy to have her here. Say hi, Gina.
Hi, everybody.
She's back sitting in the easy chair, the comfy chair, while I do the show by myself without Ed, but hopefully I'll be okay. Hey, I have talked about this before, waiting for the 50th anniversary album of Love Song. It finally came. I've got it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the image of the album right there. I have not opened it yet. I'm really looking forward to opening it up and listening to it. It has been remastered and re-recorded, so I'm really looking forward to that. I loved the original album, came out in the early 70s, but it had some production issues. I'll be honest with you. The sound was great. Chuck Girard and the band was just excellent, but they had some recording issues. So hopefully they've cleaned that up with this re-release. And we are continuing today with our Christmas theme, continuing from last week. We did a bunch of Christmas music. We're doing even more today. And to start off with, we have one of the Ward family members, Matthew Ward, with a song that I absolutely love, and coming from him, it's going to be even better. This is O Come, Emmanuel, on the Great Speckled Bird Hour.
O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. hearts of all mankind. Bid thou our sad division cease, and be thyself our King of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Shall come to thee, O Israel.
Emmanuel, translated God with us. That, of course, is the unmistakable voice of Matthew Ward from second chapter of Acts. Just a great, great song from him, and you can't help but, that's Matthew Ward. You can't help but mistake that. There's no way. Next, we've got one from Amy Grant from going way back. From originally released in 1992. This, of course, is Breath of Heaven.
I have traveled many moonless nights, cold and weary, with a babe inside, and I wonder what I've done. Holy Father, you have come and chosen me now to carry your Son. I am waiting in a silent prayer. I am frightened by the load I bear in a world as cold as stone. Must I walk this path alone? Be with me now. Be with me now. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath of heaven, lighten my darkness, pour over me your holiness, for you are holy. Breath of heaven. Do you wonder as you watch my face if a wiser one should have had my place? But I offer all I am for the mercy of your plan. Help me be strong. Help me be. Help me. Breath of heaven, hold me together. Be forever near me. Breath of heaven. Breath
Grant, Breath of Heaven. On the Great Speckled Bird Hour, I am Rob O'Brien, not alone in the studio today. I have my lovely wife, Gina Lee. Ed is not with us today, however, so kind of flying solo. That was, as I said, Breath of Heaven from Amy Grant. That was from her album My Best Christmas, and came out in 2005. That song was originally released, however, on her album Home for Christmas, which came out in 92. And the words and the music of that song were by Chris Eaton and Amy Grant. So glad you tuned in today for this Christmas special edition of the Great Speckled Bird Hour. We have music from artists Phil Kagi, Evie, Stephen Curtis Chapman, Glad, Phil Driscoll, and Michael W. Smith, and For Him. Coming up in later segments of the show. So I hope you'll stay tuned, stay with us today. Lots of good Christmas music. And, you know, this is always a wonderful time of year. Great music and time to spend with family and friends and eat a lot of good food, too. And I'm looking forward to doing some of that. I have, like I said, Gina Lee in the studio with me, and our puppy Zuzu is laying down on the floor sleeping. If you hear her snoring later, that's her, not me. Well, we've got more music coming up right here on the Great Speckled Bird Hour. But first, these messages. Don't go away. The Great Speckled Bird Hour will be right back.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for years, he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, back to the show. And we are back with more Christmas music on the Great Speckled Bird Hour. Thank you again for staying with us. Thank you for listening. The group For Him was formed out of the group Truth by the members Andy Chrisman, Mark Harris, Marty McGeehee, and Kirk Sullivan. They released their Christmas album, Christmas, the Season of Love, in 1993 on Benson Music. And this is the title song from that album, Season of Love, from For Him.
There's a child that dreams of home in an orphanage alone. This Christmas, let's show them we care. For all they really need is a helping hand from you and me. The season of love. I really believe that this world would be much better and people would come together if we share the reason for the season of love. It can change this world forever if we all will play our part. Just by giving from my heart, I know Christmas will really become the a major scene this Christmas. And there, lying on a bed of straw, it's the greatest gift of all this Christmas. Let's let the world know, for all they really need is the love of God to set them free. This season of love, I really believe that this world would be much better and people would come together if we share the reason for the season of love. Can change this world forever if we all will play our part, just by giving from the heart. I know Christmas will really become the season of love.
Though the holiday passes away and the lights begin to fade, the spirit of Christmas will remain.
I really believe that this world would be much better and people would come together if we share the reason for the season of love. And change this world forever if we all will play our part by giving. Oh, I know the season of love, the season of love. I really believe it. Oh yeah, the season of
Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside, painted candy canes on the tree.
Santa's on his way. He's filled his sleigh with things, things for you and for me.
It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say,
Merry Christmas. May your New Year dreams come true. May all your dreams come true.
and this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing too.
It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas.
Frosted window
See them
panes,
glowing
candles gleaming inside,
Michael W. Smith with the Christmas Waltz. That is from one of my all-time favorite Christmas albums, Christmas Time, which came out in 1998. It is one of the best produced, just incredibly high-quality recording on that CD. It came out on CD. Interesting note of fact, the orchestra and the choir were arranged by a name that we all recognize, Tom Howard, who had music came out in the late 70s, early 80s. In the late 1940s, a woman by the name of Willa Hudson came to the realization that an African child, a Chinese child, and an Indian child would all see Jesus quite differently. She wrote these words on a roadside, and in the early 50s, Some Children See Him was put to music. Here's Nancy Honeytree on the Great Speckled Bird Hour.
Some children see him lily white, the baby Jesus born this night. Some children see him lily white, with tresses soft and fair. Some children see him bronzed and brown, the Lord of heaven to earth come down. Some children see him bronzed and brown, with dark and wavy hair. Some children see him almond-eyed, the Savior whom we kneel beside. Some children see him almond-eyed, with skin of yellow hue. Some children see him dark as day, sweet Mary's Son, to whom we pray. Some children see him dark as day, and all they love him too. The children in each different place will see the baby Jesus' face, like theirs, but bright with heavenly grace, and filled with holy light. Oh, lay aside each earthly thing, and with your heart as offering, come worship now the infant King. 'Tis love that's born tonight. 'Tis love that's born tonight.
Beautiful Christmas music from Nancy Honeytree, an a cappella number from Glad, and music from Stephen Curtis Chapman coming up as this solo edition of the Great Speckled Bird Hour continues.
Hi, everybody. This is Phil Kagi, and you're listening to the Great Speckled Bird Hour on WCSR Solid Rock Radio. All right.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Bringing you the best in classic and contemporary Christian music, along with the sounds of the season. Merry Christmas from WCSR Radio, Southport, North Carolina. Now back to Ed and Rob and the Great Speckled Bird Hour. Welcome back to the show. I'm Rob O'Brien, flying solo without Ed. He's out doing some Christmas shopping or something. 12 days left. You never know. Our next group had their first a cappella song released. The name of the song was The Reason on the album Beyond a Star. And that led to an all a cappella record called The A Cappella Project, released in 1988 with some uncertainty as to how that a cappella album would be accepted. Well, the group, of course, is the group Glad, and we know how that has worked out for them. Here's Glad.
In the first light of a new day, no one knew he had arrived. Things continued as they had been, while a newborn softly cried. But the heavens, wrapped in wonder, knew the meaning of his birth. In the weakness of a baby, they knew God had come to earth. As his mother held him closely, it was hard to understand that her baby, not yet speaking, was the word of God to man. He would tell them of his kingdom, but their hearts would not believe. They would hate him, and in anger they would nail him to a tree. But the sadness would be broken as the song of life arose, and the firstborn of creation would ascend and take his throne. He had left it to redeem us, but before his life began, he knew he'd come back, not as a baby, but as the Lord of every man. Hear the angels as they're singing on the morning comes again, when he comes again. Hear the angels as they're singing on the morning of his birth. But how much greater will that song be when he comes again to earth? When he comes to rule, when he comes back, when he comes back to rule.
From their first a cappella, fully a cappella album, the A Cappella Project, that was, of course, the group Glad. One of my all-time favorite Christmas specials is Charlie Brown Christmas. And one of my favorite songs from that show is Christmas Time is Here. This is not the Vince Guaraldi trio, but Stephen Curtis definitely does it justice. Here's Stephen Curtis Chapman. Christmas Time is Here on the Great Speckled Bird Hour.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air and beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, families drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Christmas time is here, families drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, the snow is listening. It's a beautiful sight, and we're happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. We can build a snowman and then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. And later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. We're gonna face out the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland. Over the ground lies a mantle of white, a heaven of diamonds shining down through the night. Two hearts are thrilling in spite of the chill in the weather. Love knows no season, love knows no crime. Romance can blossom any old time. Here in the open, we're walking and hoping together. plans that were made, just walking in the winter wonderland. Walking in the winter wonderland. Oh yeah. I said I'm walking, just walking in the winter wonderland.
From his 1993 album Heaven and Nature Swing on Word Records, that is the amazing trumpet and voice of Phil Driscoll and his delightful rendition of Winter Wonderland right here on the Great Speckled Bird Hour. Evie sings Come On Ring Those Bells, and artists Steve Green and Avalon are up next on the Great Speckled Bird Hour with Rob O'Brien and Not Ed. Stay with us. Don't go away. More of the Great Speckled Bird Hour with Ed and Rob coming up right after this.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour.
if you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind,
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out, and for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Bringing you the best in classic and contemporary Christian music, along with the sounds of the season. Merry Christmas from WCSR Radio. We now return you to the Great Speckled Bird Hour. And welcome back. I'm Rob O'Brien. Ed was unavoidably detained today, so he's not with us, sadly. But in the studio with me today is my wife, Gina Lee. Say hi again, Gina Lee. Hi. And, of course, Zuzu's sitting on her lap right now getting a tummy rub. So it's wonderful Christmas time. And I'll tell you, no Christmas special is complete without at least one song from Evie Tornquist. She began her singing career in her parents' native Norway in the early 70s. Her first Christmas album was released in the U.S. Come On, Ring Those Bells from 1977. This is Evie, not Evie. Come on, ring those bells.
Everybody likes to take a holiday. Everybody likes to take a rest. Spending time together with the family. Sharing lots of love and happiness. Come on, ring those bells like the Christmas tree. Jesus is the King, born for you and me. Come on, ring those bells, everybody say, Jesus, we remember this your birthday. Celebrations come because of something good. Celebrations we love to recall. Mary had a baby boy in Bethlehem, the greatest celebration of them all. Come on, ring those bells like the Christmas tree. Jesus is the King, born for you and me. Come on, ring those bells,
Come on, ring those bells and light the Christmas tree. Along with Evie, no Christmas radio show would be complete without the song made famous by Nat King Cole. Of course, we're talking about the Christmas song, and this is the group Avalon's version of the Christmas song on the Great Speckled Bird Hour with Rob O'Brien today.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols are being sung by a choir and folk dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe can help to make the season bright.
and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found. Joy to the world, joy to the world, joy, joy, joy to the world. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders, wonders of his love. Joy to the world, joy to the
Joy to the World from the incredible voice of Steve Green. You can find that on his Christmas album titled Joy to the World from Steve Green, originally released in 1987. I want to thank you for tuning in, listening today, and allowing us to be a part of your Christmas season. I hope you tune in again next week for another great episode of the Great Speckled Bird Hour. Hopefully, Ed will be joining us back again next week, and we'll feel whole and complete again. But we'll be playing whatever it is. We will be playing some great music, I assure you. We close the show today with a favorite Christmas song of mine. This one is from Phil Keaggy, and it, of course, is Do You Hear What I Hear? Thanks again for joining us in the Great Speckled Bird Hour today, and I hope your Christmas season is going very well. And get out there and get all your shopping done and all your gifts and cards sent out. And a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Great Speckled Bird Hour. WCSR DB, the solid rock in Southport, North Carolina.